Thanks for joining us on Valley News Live here at the 4 o'clock hour. We have blue skies. I wanted to point out up in Grand Forks, the flags flapping as well. We saw earlier the Dakota Magic Casino. They're not quite as strong are the winds up to the north, but still a bit of a breeze. That north breeze really cooling temperatures off. Here's a look at wind speeds elsewhere. You can focus in on your area, but we do have several locations with gusts over 20 miles per hour heading into your Friday night. So if you're heading out to the good old football game tonight and cheering on the hometown high school team, you may need to have just a little bit of extra hairspray or do what Hutch does and just grab yourself a cap and put that on. That'll help out with all these winds. We're gusting to 24 miles per hour in the FM area. 75 at Hector, 73 at Moorheads Airport. 8:05 tonight, the time of sunset, as that continues to get earlier and earlier. 76 right now in Grand Forks. 26-mile-per-hour winds. With north winds, we're ushering in some Canadian air, and that chunk of air, that blob of air sliding out of Canada, a little drier as well. 71 in Baudette, 72 Langdon, and Jamestown at 75 degrees. We're closer to 80 in Bismarck, but you can see the 80s for our neck of the woods really suppressed down to the south of Brainerd Lakes area, seeing a little bit near Nisswa. All right, here's a look at the regional picture. North winds, a few clouds drifting overhead, but that's it. Nothing on the radar. We go all the way down to the south, down here by Springfield, Missouri. We see a storm system kind of spinning its way through there. That's it. Our entire region, high and dry. And that does look to be the case as we go through the weekend. And I'm going to tell you in a minute here why that's going to be an interesting factor in your forecast for the weekend, because we'll want to see the skies this weekend. This is Javier working its way up towards Baja there. It's a tropical storm for us. North winds, and they'll be breezy tonight. Now, as we get towards sunset, if you're still at the good old football game, look at the wind arrows disappear. Winds should fall under 15 miles per hour at sunset. Overnight, we'll see temperatures slip from 60, and we're on our way down. How low will we go? Well, pretty low. We'll have some low 40s out there briefly, and we'll rise and shine in the 7:30 time frame to generally 45 to 50 degrees across the region. That is a cool start. Give your air conditioners a break overnight and crack that window open. Tomorrow, here's the difference. Remember all the flags flapping I've been showing you? Well, the wind will not be as much of a factor. In fact, this will be the least windy of the holiday weekend days. So enjoy that. It's still going to be comfortably cool, and we should gain another degree or two in a few locations, although we could lose some temperatures or some off the thermometers out here in northern Minnesota, some upper 60s there. Check out the mid 80s returning out to the west. The late wind arrows will be from the south, and that south wind is really going to continue that warming trend into the late weekend. Skies stay clear tomorrow as well, and that's an important factor because the northern lights are going to be likely this weekend. A few days ago, there was a solar storm on the sun, and that burped some solar particles towards Earth, earthbound, and those interact with our magnetic field here around our planet at the poles. So look north, get north of the city lights, and get out of that light pollution. You'll have a decent chance at seeing them tonight, but particularly on Saturday night and Sunday. In Fargo, we warm up to 73. Light winds, still a little bit of a northerly component until late. 60s in central Minnesota. And your planning forecast, I hope you can get out to the lake. Margie, thanks for your Pelican Lake view. 78 Sunday, a little breezy, but we'll call it downright windy on Labor Day. That's 83 degrees, and we warm it up to near 90 as we head into next week.
That's a good looking forecast. About a 0% chance of precipitation, a 100% chance I will be tailgating tomorrow.
That's a pretty good chance from where I come from.
Yeah, that sounds good. Thanks so much.